Hey guys, so I'm coming to you from a little bit of a different place than I usually do. As you can tell, if you look behind me, there's some new construction going on back there. Honestly, in Florida, anywhere you look, there's new construction going on. So, it's all over the place. So today we're talking about just that, about the status of the market, about how it's looking right now, how it's going to look later on, maybe possibly looking into 2020 and kind of going from there. So one of the biggest questions that get asked is the housing market going up or down in 2019? And hey, listen, my notes are right here, which is what I'm looking at. I'll tell you that in the state of Florida, recent data shows that the housing market has gone up or increased by 4.7%. As you all know, different pockets mean that they increase or they go up in value, different than others. So if you're looking at Pine Hills, the western side of Orlando, or maybe even the southeast, over here towards like the Lake Nona area, then it's going to be completely different numbers. So keep that in mind. So, but 4.7% over the last 12 months. Obviously, that tells you that home values are going up. It does not mean that they're skyrocketing like some people would guess, going up by 10, 15, 20%, which is why you see a lot of overpriced listings out there, but it is going up. Now, that's going to change going into next year. Personally, if you look at the data, it looks like it's going to continue to go up. The home values are going to go up by about 2.2%, which obviously is lower than the 4.7% that we've seen in the last 12 months. Either which way, it's still appreciating. So it's not that the market is going down. The market is still appreciating, just not as much as it has in the last 12 months. So keep that in mind. So again, I just mentioned this, but the home prices, in 2020, Orlando's a seller's market right now. There's not enough inventory to satisfy the buyers that are out there. But again, the homes are not going to increase in value as much or as fast as they have been the last 12 months. So I predict about a 2.2%, 2.2 to 2.5% over the next 12 months for the Orlando market. So keep that in mind. Again, that does not mean that we are depreciating. That just means we're appreciating at a slower rate. That's all that means. When is the best time to sell a house in 2019? Listen, right now is the best time to sell the house. Right now we're in the summer, right before school starts, the end of July, about to be, the beginning of August. And, people are buying homes right now. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but there's homes going under contract in 24 hours or less, sometimes 48 hours or less. And, the ones that you see on the market that have been on there for weeks or months, you might want to take a look at the price. Guaranteed, it's overpriced. Or if it's, inhabited by tenants or owners that just don't want to show the property, that could definitely play a part in it. But right now is the time to sell the house. Once you start going into the fall and the winter, that's going to slow down. The market is going to slow down. Why? Because most families that have kids and such, they're not going to want to move during the school year. Right? So it's inevitable. If you look at the history, the real estate market always slows down during the fall and the winter months. So right now is the best time to sell the house. Now, conversely, when it's the best time to buy, it's right now. Because even though the market is what a lot of people would consider high in terms of pricing, the inventory is low, which gives the sellers more ability to go ahead and ask for higher prices. At the end of the day, the house is going to appraise for whatever it appraises for, regardless of what the owner is asking for it. And another point is that the mortgage rates right now are low. So last year they had predicted that the mortgage rates were going to climb in 2019, but surprisingly they actually went down. So right now in June they were at a 2-year low of 3.82%, which is again completely contradictory to what the experts quote unquote predicted last year. So right now you're getting better rates than you have in the past 2 years. So right now is a better time to buy, especially if you're doing something like a VA loan, a USDA loan, or low down payment, or even like a 3.5% FHA or a 3% conventional even. Some lenders will offer those. Right now is the perfect time to buy. So, go out there, find a house, find a realtor, and buy your house. Sellers, get your house on the market because it will sell. All right, next. So, what is the most affordable place to live in Florida? So listen, right now, if you look at the data, the most affordable place, at least in the Central Florida area, is Kissimmee. So the Kissimmee average price point is lower than the Orlando average price point. The average price point in Kissimmee right now is approximately between $215,000 and $225,000. Meaning you can get a house way cheaper in Kissimmee. Does not mean it's lower quality. It just means it's cheaper. It's more affordable to live in Kissimmee than it is to live in Orlando. So again, it all comes down to schools and jobs and a whole bunch of other things, preference, in terms of location preference. But you will get more bang for for your buck in Kissimmee. Shortly behind that, you're going to have St. Cloud, and different other suburbs outside of Orlando. And, I'm just saying, keep your mind open. Keep an open mind to where you want to live, especially if you're going to get more bang for your buck just 5 minutes down the road than you will. For example, if you're looking at Lake Nona and then Kissimmee down the street, you're going to pay a substantial amount more in Lake Nona than you will in Kissimmee just 5 minutes down the street for the same house. So keep that in mind. And then finally, listen, if you're selling a house, 100% look for a qualified real estate professional, real estate agent, kind of like myself. I do these videos, sure, and it gets my name out there and you see my face and things, but like I provide value. So I'm a valuable real estate agent. I'm a valuable real estate professional. I'll forever see myself that way. And that's who you should look for when you're selling your house. Someone who's willing to put out the information, to advise individuals, to put out things for free like I'm doing. And someone who's willing to help, truly be of service. That's who you want to look for. And you know what? Remember this, all terms are negotiable, right? So there's nothing fixed. I'm not saying we're going to work for free as real estate professionals because this is what we do for a living, but we can tailor the situation, or we can tailor the terms of our agreement to fit your situation. 100%. It's up to the broker, it's up to the agent, and if the broker and the agent are not willing to do that, then maybe you should question whether or not you're with the right company. And in terms of you guys looking to buy a house, guess what? It doesn't cost you anything. Sure, when you're under contract, you're going to pay for an inspection, appraisal, and some other things, but it doesn't cost you anything, absolutely $0 to hire a real estate professional to go out there and find a house and negotiate the best terms for your best interest. So again, find a real estate agent like myself, a real estate professional that carries themselves like I do, and get your house. Look for that house that you want to buy. So that'll be it for today, because as you can tell, I'm outside. It is like 90-something degrees out, right? I mean, it is Florida. And I'm going to go back inside my AC truck. So anyway, until next time, if you have questions, again, text me or call me, 407-308-4518. Send me an email at peter@flreagent.com, and then we'll go from there. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.